Welcome, Collective, to Timeless Energy. I'm Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. This is for entertainment purposes only. If it does not resonate, please do not try to make it fit. Watch out for scammers in the comment section below. This is my disclaimer. It's not me. Thank you for liking. Subscribing helps me build my channel, and also for your comments and for your donations. There is a link how to do that on PayPal. I'm not actually sure I have the right information in there for that, but we have a difficult time getting this started. The candle wasn't working. The camera is kind of funky. I did do my smudge on everything already, but I'm just clearing the energy just a little bit more. The screen for my camera is like very small, half the size of what I'm used to. What I will be pulling first is the Runes Oracle. I hope you can see okay, because I'm used to the screen being bigger. It's kind of hard. There we go. Okay, the Runes Oracle. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. One Rune Oracle for timeless energy today. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. One Rune Oracle for timeless energy today. Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. One Rune Oracle for timeless energy today. Spirit guide me. 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 One Oracle. There we go. Okay. The Rune Oracle. What did we get here? Isa. The symbol is ice concentration. The interpretation for this is in Nordic mythology, ice is a force of inertia, which is in permanent opposition with fire. It is the rune of duality. Feel that energy. Okay, moving right on. For the timeless energy, I pulled 3 cards if you're not familiar. Spirit guide me. And then we'll see what our energy is. Spirit guide me for timeless energy. Spirit guide me for timeless energy. Okay, let's see. We got one here. I got the devil. And it's in reverse. We're going to set him right there. Capricorn energy. Okay, Spirit guide me. Spirit guide me. One more card here. Oh, we need 2 more cards, but for timeless energy, Spirit guide me. Page of Swords. Okay, now we need 1 more card. Spirit guide me. Timeless energy. Spirit guide me. Timeless energy. Spirit. Oops. King of Swords. Now, I have found out, this might just be comfort level wise. I have found out, well, these are metallic cards. They're really hard to see, and I tend to wave my hands and lift the cards up, facing to the camera, and then put them back down, and I'm doing that kind of consistently. So I might pull the card up when I first start on that card, but then I'm just going to point, because I need one of those little stand things. I don't have one. So let's see where we are with the devil. Okay. Now, this devil's in reverse. Okay. Recognition of one's needs by another person. Well, I know it's Capricorn energy. Overcoming severe handicaps. The beginning of spiritual understanding or enlightenment. Now, the devil in reverse, I don't know if that's blurry sitting up there. Could be self-indulgence, excess, lack of perspective, antagonism, recklessness, or hastiness. Those aren't very good. In reverse. Now, I would need to mention this. It's not brought up a lot, but in reverse, the devil could be evil fatality. It's pettiness in its finest form. It could be blindness. You're blind to something. Now, the devil is a root chakra, and a Saturn energy, and a Capricorn energy. I'm trying to become more familiar with the chakras, because I don't use clarifiers. And the chakras help clarify tremendously, because I'm only doing a 3-card read. A root chakra is basically your basic needs are being covered. Okay? You feel protected. You feel cared for. The root of the matter would automatic assumption would be no. You feel protected. You feel cared for. You feel like you're a part of the world or part of a group. The problem with this is the devil is in reverse. Hate to tell you. So everything I just said would be in reverse. You don't feel that your basic needs are being covered. You don't feel that you're protected. Maybe you don't feel like you're loved. You don't feel like you're part of what's going on. I would say the world, but there are a lot of people that actually aren't part of the world. But whatever what's going on around you, or part of it, be it part of working in a company, part of living in a household with a group of people, part of being a member of your family. You don't feel like you're part of it. That's in reverse. Self-indulgence, lack of perspective, recklessness, and antagonist, evil fatality, pettiness. and a Capricorn energy. Now, the thing about the Capricorn energy is Capricorn energy is self-discipline and ambition. Like a goat, they keep on climbing. Very little gets the Capricorn down. They just keep going. Capricorn energy tends to be introvert. And it tends to be a long-term goal type of thing. However, if you're reversing the energy of recognition of one's needs by another person, so in reverse, recognizing of one's needs by another person. Okay? When in reverse, you have self-indulgence and imbalance, which isn't exactly the same as self-discipline and sensible, sure-footed. Exact opposite. So the Capricorn energy looks like it's in reverse as well. The Saturn energy would also be in reverse because the card is in reverse. And the Saturn energy also would be the ruler of fate. Okay, that's pretty heavy. The Saturn energy would be tenacity or perseverance, but in reverse, you would say a lack of perseverance. In reverse, well, upright, it would be practical or dependable. Again, like the Capricorn energy, self-discipline or sensible, it would be up. In reverse. So you're not self-reliant. You're not dependable. You don't have perseverance. You're not conservative. And you don't seem to have limitations. Wow. Saturn in reverse would be a lack of restriction. Saturn in reverse would be a lack of wisdom. Oh my. Well, that kind of goes with all these other things, with the self-indulgence, with the recklessness, and the root, not feeling like you're part of whatever's going on. Was we all have reactions. I don't always assume a person's actions are just basically because that's what they want. I am automatically assuming that somebody does something that doesn't seem right, that it's a reaction. And if you don't feel like you're part of whatever's going on, and you don't feel like you're cared for, you could be reckless. You could be self-indulgent. This could also be the energy of having a lack of care or love for yourself. We're dealing like with a low self-esteem. With the Saturn energy, you've got no limitations. With the card energy, you're maybe having a lack of the energy of the loving yourself, the self-esteem maybe. You're imbalanced, you're self-indulgent, excessive. These definitions would fall in line with somebody who has a low self-esteem. Now, the devil in reverse could also stand for things like divorce. We're not going to go in, we're trying to focus on the energy here. If you don't resonate with that particular energy, don't hold on to it or make it happen. It could be releasing from bondage, overcoming severe handicaps. In reverse, those are positive. Overcoming severe handicaps and long-term goals in reverse. Maybe your long-term goals are in reverse because you need to overcome a severe handicap. Who knows? Let's look at the next card and see what the energy of the Page of Swords is, before we go too much into that, because we need a little more information here. The Page of Swords is upright. Now, the Page of Swords is being agile, upright. The Page of Swords could be spying. It's a discreet person, the energy of an active youth, maybe. Like figure, it symbolizes a person who is adept at perceiving and uncovering the unknown, or that which is less than obvious. Basically, insight. The energy of insight. Now that's pretty good. A Page of Swords could be needing patience. Could be needing planning. Could be needing to be protective of something or guarded about something. Or it could be the energy of fairness. Calculating and unconcerned about the feelings of others. Well, yeah. So, even though the energy is protective and guarded, it's unconcerned about the feeling of others. Page of Swords is communicator's card. To be honest with you, I think all four pages, no matter what suit, is a messenger. So communication is in here. Travelers, mathematicians. And the Page of Swords is also the root chakra. Only this one's in the upright. You feel your basic needs are covered. You feel you're protected and cared for. You feel like you're loved. Was the sun energy the way you express yourself? The energy of what your potential might be? Your individuality? Your creativity? The big one on the sun, I think, would be practical matters associated with your foundation, your home. Which is kind of the opposite of what the devil said. The Page of Swords is also a Gemini energy. Inconsistent would be the big one. Calculating and cunning. Well, the Page of Swords itself is cunning and calculating. And the Gemini energy connected to the Page of Swords is calculating and cunning. So there's a duality there. Boom, boom. Okay. The conversationist is fluent. You have quick wit. You're calculating. You're cunning. Your emotional energy with Gemini would basically be how you feel at that particular moment. You're versatile, you're adaptable, you tend to be an extrovert, which means you like communicating and you like being around people and visiting and things like that. But there's a duality here with the Gemini energy. Now, the Page of Swords being a messenger card, because I know all 4 pages are messengers, we would start with news being delayed, patience being needed. But being protective and guarded about whatever, one who is the calculating energy of and the unconcerned energy of feelings. Those are pretty strong. Now, with the Sun card, the energy could be practical matters and your identity, your potential, your identity, and practical matters that you're concerned with. It doesn't necessarily have to be the whole house. Because it looks like the energy is basically you're not concerned about the feelings of other people, and that probably includes the people that you live with. Technically, unless it's the foundation of a house that you actually have your name on. This is a calculating energy who's unconcerned about feelings. Unless you are like someone, right up there on your list. The Page of Swords is a messenger. The Page of Swords can be a discreet energy, an active youth, or a young person, but, Page of Swords, messenger, it's on the lower tier. It tends to be younger on the stepping stone up to the Emperor. Now, let's go back to the Devil. Now, the Devil is in self-indulgence and recklessness, for example. Now, the Devil could be a fatality. We need to mention that. But I'm picking self-indulgence and recklessness or hastiness. Now, if those are the energies of the Devil, and then you slide into the Page of Swords, calculating, unconcerned with the feelings of others. Self-indulgence, recklessness. You're not conservative. You're not practical. You don't seem to have limitations. You don't seem to have limitations. So self-indulgent. The self-indulgence could be causing an imbalance. With the Page of Swords, the energy tends to be protective and guarded, but that is probably, I am guessing, for yourself. If the energy is you that can be calculating, if the energy is you that can be protective or guarded, the energy is pretty much focused on yourself, because you're not concerned about the feelings of others. You're reckless, you're self-indulgent, you're not concerned about the feelings of others or how they might take that. The energy of your actions, you're not too concerned about how somebody will take that self-indulgence. Patience might be needed, because we are talking about long-term goals. We're talking about your potential. So patience might be needed for those kind of energies. But you're calculating. You're calculating. Long-term goals, being patient, being calculating, self-indulgence, and not concerned about the feelings of others. Long-term goals are going to kind of be hard. Long-term goals are going to be kind of hard if your energy is self-indulgence. So patience might be needed to get what you want. I mean, you're pretty determined. You have no limitations. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have long-term goals. Now, let's not get stuck on this. Let's look at this one here. King of Swords. Maybe we'll get a little clearer idea of what direction we're going in here. The King of Swords in reverse. Again is selfishness. Okay, well, that kind of says that. Selfishness. One who causes unnecessary sadness. The King of Swords in reverse could be premeditated malice. We don't like to go that far with the energy. In most cases, I need to say it just in case it resonates with you. But we don't like to really dwell on that too much. It could also be someone who's just overly cautious. But again, I see selfish. Your third eye energy of the King of Swords is intuition, or trusting in your intuition. And in reverse, that means you're not trusting in your intuition on something. The Uranus energy that's with the King of Swords could be a rebel, wanting freedom, change. It could be unconventional. But the King of Swords is in reverse. So we're talking not being able to be a rebel, not having your freedom. Maybe you need to stick to some kind of conventional routine. The Libra in the King of Swords could be a diplomatic energy, it could be a balanced energy, but again, the King of Swords is in reverse. So we're talking about somebody who's not being diplomatic. We're talking about sitting on the fence. And I've already had the King of Swords just recently. Sitting on the fence really sticks out with selfish. Oh yeah. Sitting on the fence definitely sits out with self-indulgence, excess, recklessness. Sitting on the fence definitely sits with being protective, being guarded. You're calculated and you're unconcerned about the feelings of others. But you're communicators. You got the Gemini energy, fluent conversation. And that one's not in reverse. You got the Gemini energy, cunning, calculating, and emotions that depend entirely on how you feel at the moment. And you're unconcerned about the feelings of others. And then we go back to the King of Swords, topping it with yet a second selfishness, because we had that over here. Somebody who's overly cautious, because we had that already here. Someone who could be ruthless, somebody who could be devious, same as cunning, same energy as cunning. Ending with someone who could be premeditated in a malicious way. Oh, this energy really shouting out. Now, I don't see any energy that's specifically saying, that you're dealing with somebody dishonest or delusional or crazy or a thief. No, this energy says you're dealing with somebody or energy that is cunning. This energy says that you are dealing with somebody double selfish who is not concerned about the feelings of others. Now, patience might be needed for long-term plans. The person, the energy, has potential. So the potential would probably be the creative energy or the long-term plans of. And you have to have patience. You have to have patience for your long-term plans. You have potential with your long-term plans. Your long-term plans. And you have to be pretty calculating, and you have to be pretty unconcerned about the other people around you if you're going to meet those goals. That makes sense. If you're going to make those goals, you have to be unconcerned about the feelings of the people around you. Well, being self-indulgent might create discord. And that's in the devil. But in the page here, you're not concerned about the feelings of others. So if there is discord, you're not concerned about that discord. The Saturn energy. The Saturn energy is the ruler of fate, the Grim Reaper. And to be honest with you, that Saturn energy is in reverse. So I don't think it actually applies. but thinking to bring complications and handicaps. Now, that is also your Saturn energy. Bringing complications and handicaps. Well, if you're dealing with a situation that's self-indulgence and maybe discord or imbalance, that's going to bring handicaps or complications for long-term goals, whether you've got potential or not. That's pretty much a given. Keeping in mind that the energy is calculating, it could backfire on you. It could backfire on you because that energy is so strong. How could that energy be completely missed? You have long-term goals. Patience is needed. The selfishness, which came up twice, could bring complications and handicaps. You have ambitions, you have potential, but the selfishness could bring complications and handicaps. The emotions in the messenger card. The pages are the messenger, and the emotions in the Page of Swords depend on how you feel. So it's very inconsistent. I don't think you can really rely on that inconsistency, can you? I mean, you need the patience, you got the potential, you got the ambition. The selfishness could bring complications and handicap, but even if you're calculating, even if you're cunning, your emotions depend on how you feel at the moment. Very inconsistent. And then if those feelings, or if you're being inconsistent, and again the selfish comes up, the energy of selfish comes up, the malice could be premeditated. The deviousness could be actually paired right up there with the cunning. This energy is third eye intuitive. So the intuitive ability is in reverse here. Okay, so maybe you're not seeing the energy that is being created. Maybe it's part of the personality of someone that you're dealing with, and they don't see it. Their intuitive ability is not picking up on this energy. Selfishness. Cunning. Maybe we're dealing with two different people here. It definitely sounds like that. One is lacking in the intuitive, doesn't see. Yes, selfish, cunning. Having potential, having ambition, long-term goals, without limitations. Selfishness, cunning. Well, cunning could fall under manipulative, actually, to tell you the truth. But if you've got no limitations, and you've got selfishness twice, My guess is the not being concerned about the feelings of others means that you have few limitations as far as being able to get what you need for yourself or what you want for yourself. And you're not too concerned about the feelings of other people and how they feel. If, maybe you're not sharing. It isn't necessary in the real world to share every time you're on the receiving end of something. But in excess, it can develop into a discord. The Uranus is in reverse. Wanting your freedom, but you're not able to get it. In reverse. Wanting change, not being able to get it. Okay. Now, if you took that energy and went back to the Page of Swords, it says patience is needed. So, if you're looking at needing or wanting change and freedom or whatever, and you're not able to work that one out, the Page of Swords is saying patience is needed. What a little bit of a lighter message and maybe a little more positive than what I've already mentioned. Now, if patience is needed and what you want is your freedom, you're going to be protected, you're going to be guarded, and you're going to be calculated and unconcerned about the feelings of others. If you're guarded about how you feel, and how you feel has to do with freedom, maybe you're planning on freeing yourself from a situation that you're not happy with, you're going to be guarded. You're going to be guarded and protected about letting anybody know that that's the way you feel. And this energy is also sitting on a fence. Now, even if sitting on a fence is in reverse, sitting on a fence is sitting on a fence. You can jump to the left or jump to the right. If you're sitting on it, you're not going anywhere. Patience is needed. You might want your freedom. You might want something to change. Maybe not necessarily your freedom, but something to change. You're being very calculating and you're being very patient. You don't want anything. You want something to change. You're being very calculating. You're being very patient. The news for being able to make those changes might have been delayed. And the energy of the imbalance with the selfish and selfish, well, that discord or that might be causing the energy of feeling that you might need your freedom or feeling that there might need to be a change. Yeah. The selfishness twice, the cunning twice, the calculating, the needing patience, because maybe you're waiting for change. Maybe you want change. Maybe you're waiting for change. Because this is at the end. You want your freedom from a situation, but you have to wait for something. You're waiting for something to change. you're calculating, and you're selfish. But you need to be patient because you're waiting for change. That fell right into place. Selfishness, selfishness. Calculating and cunning. Patience is needed. You're waiting for change. You want your freedom, but you need patience until this change happens. Wow. And with the root chakra, one feeling like your basic needs are being met and that you're loved, and the other one feeling like your basic needs are not being met and that you're not loved. And didn't I already say that I suspect there might be two people in the energy that I'm looking at? Now, I try to stick to energies, but I can't help but feel that the duality or conflict there of one being you feel like your basic needs are being met and you feel like you're included and you feel like you're loved, as opposed to the exact opposite in the next card, leads me to believe that there's more than one person in this energy. But the imbalance is from self-indulgence and selfishness and excess. And the cunningness leads to you have long-term goals. You need to be patient. You need to be protective. You need to be guarded. You want your freedom. And you're waiting for a change before you make those. Before you can get your freedom. You're waiting for a change. And the news has been delayed. For what reason? I am not clarifying. I am leaving that to you. Because if you resonate with this, by all means, I am feeding you more information than you need. If you do not resonate with this, please do not make it your own. This is timeless energy. You're more than welcome to come back and visit me again. And there are other videos that you can check out. You have a nice day.